Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it?
From Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida, welcome to Guts, the action sports show that is going to make you sweat. And now, today's fearless players, wearing the boiling blue from Orlando, Florida, Erin, Brady, Doolittle! In the roof-raising red from Middlebrook Middle School, Ryan, Crazy Legs Smalley! And in the unparalleled purple from Southwest Middle School, Valerie, Duitsman! Hello everyone, I'm Mike O'Malley. Welcome to the Extreme Arena, home of Nickelodeon Guts, the action sports show where kids live out their greatest sports fantasies. Today's players once again battling their way through 4 spectacular events, and after that they'll get a chance at taking on our most mountainous challenge, the Aggro Crag, where almost anything can happen. The player with the most points at the end of all of our events is the winner, and he or she will be able to take home a glowing piece of our awesome rock. Now remember, all of our events are specifically designed with our players' safety in mind. They will be wearing safety equipment, and we'll have a professional stunt coordinator and stunt spotters with them at all times, so please do not try this at home. Now on to our first event, which is called Spirals. Now can you imagine the entire defensive line of the Dallas Cowboys chasing after you? You're playing quarterback for the team of anyone you wish. You're scrambling left, you're scrambling right, you jump right over them because you've got some help from an elastic cord. A fantasy element coming true right here at Guts today. Let's go to our referee, Maura Quirk, for the rules. Mo.
Mike, at the sound of my whistle, all 3 players will jump off the aerial bridge with a football in their hands. The object of the game is to complete as many passes as possible in 60 seconds by throwing footballs through the target. Players must bounce off the ground before they throw, and the player with the most completed passes wins. Players, on your mark, get set.
So our players, psyched and ready, up and away, and oh, it bounced out for Erin right there, and look at Brian, Crazy Legs having some trouble right there. But Erin, Brady, Doolittle, she's talking to that tire, and nice shot right there from the blitz cuts target cam. She's turning it up, and it's red with 2. That's Crazy Legs with 2. Erin, and a shot of Valerie, the lizard, with 2 herself. Blue is still in the lead. Still in the lead. Blue. Oh, but another one popping out for Brady. That's Erin, Brady, Doolittle. Crazy Legs trying to get back in it with another toss. He's got 3 right now, folks. And 17 seconds time is running out. And oh, just missing the target right there. Valerie on the end with 3. And Crazy Legs with another one. Blue is still in the lead. Red just took the lead and purple in the lead. Oh, folks, I'm telling you, this one's going to be real close on that. We have an individual judge conferring with our referee, Maura Quirk, with the results. Looks like Mo's ready with the results. Mo.
We have a tie in first place. Both Brian in red and Valerie in purple completed 7 passes. In third place, Erin in blue with 5 completed passes.
All right, take a look at the replay right here as Crazy Man coming back and putting the football in. Putting his spiral abilities to work and coming back and tying for a first place finish. The lead flip-flopping back and forth. You had some trouble initially getting back up on the aerial bridge. What happened? How'd you get your momentum back?
I just, play. It was kind of hard to get back up there, but I tried my best and.
And you took first place. I'm with you. All right, let's go to Mo and check out the leaderboard. Mo.
Mike, first place in our events is worth 300 points. That goes to both Valerie in purple and Brian in red. In third place with 100 points, Erin in blue.
All right, and now it's time to find out a little bit about Erin in a segment we call Spill Your Guts.
Erin, Brady Doolittle is an 11-year-old martial arts expert. When Brady isn't kung fu fighting, she likes to go canoeing. For Erin, guts equals being a go-getter.
And we are getting ready for our next event, basic training, which takes place right here in our gym. Our obstacles change every day. Let's take a look at what we've got working here today. We're going to start off with the cargo net. They're going to get up on top of this platform and go across. Ah! Into the airbag. And then come rolling out of this thing into the tire crawl, up the wall climb, down into the pool to say hello to Joe. That's my workout for the week. Let's go to Mo. Mo.
Mike, our players will be timed from starting line to splashdown. They must complete each obstacle before moving on to the next one. Best time wins. On your mark, get set.
All right, Erin, going into this event in third place with 100 points, needs to set the pace right here. A perilous event. Basic training, combining all of the precision and strength necessary to compete here in Guts. You want an answer to the question, do they have it? Does she have it? Well, look at Erin as she goes up that wall climb and then down into the tube slide. Getting a little wet right there. And we will go to Mo and find out what Erin's official time was. Mo.
Erin clocked in at 26.4 seconds.
26.4 seconds for Erin as she gets toweled off right there. It looks like Brian's ready.
On your mark, get set.
Brian took first place in the last event. And look at that man as he climbs up and across the Tarzan swing and into the airbag. He's rolling out, and he's only at 10 seconds right now, folks. The time to beat 26.4 makes his way through the tire crawl and up the wall climb, setting a tremendous pace, walking up that thing like Patrick Ewing. Boom! Into the water. Let's go to Mo for the time. Mo.
Brian clocked in at 21.1 seconds.
21.1 for Brian. Tied for first with Valerie.
On your mark, get set.
All right, Valerie. Let's see if she can keep that first place tie going. And she, with a powerful swing, lifting her knees up and rolling out of the airbag into the tire crawl and dragging herself through that. This event modeled after Paris Island Marine training. Basic training, nothing basic about that. A good time. Let's go to Mo for the official.
Valerie clocked in at 22.3 seconds. That puts Brian in first place, Valerie in second place, Erin in third place.
All right, let's take a look at the replay right here as Brian coming flying through the tire crawl and up the wall climb. Look at the man, 1, 2, 3, and then another step right out of that, and then right into the pool, combining everything in this last event. Basic training. You went up that wall climb like a man on a mission. What was the toughest part of that obstacle course?
The cargo net. I had a little trouble on it, but you know, I worked my way out. As I said earlier, you know, if you put your mind to it and do it, you could really do it. All
right, and it looks like he's still holding on to first place. Let's go to the leaderboard and talk to Mo. Mo.
In first place right now is Brian in red with 600 points. In second place, Valerie in purple with 500 points. In third place, Erin in blue with 200 points.
They've got the guts. They're trying their best. And you come back, we got a big-time pool event. Stick around. Welcome back to Guts, the action sports show that asks, do you have it? Yeah! The Extreme Arena heating up for our next event. But right now, it is time for Spill Your Guts.
Brian Crazy Legs Smalling got his nickname for his wild dance moves. When 13-year-old Crazy Legs isn't showing off his moves, he's leading the pack on the track. For Brian, guts equals being a natural.
All right, and we are getting ready for our next event, which is going to take place right here in our pool. It's called Boogie Down. Our players are going to go kneeboarding across our pool, but they're going to have a little bit of an obstacle with rapids shooting right through the water at them. Let's go to Mo and check out the rules. Mo.
Well, Mike, each of our players will pull themselves across the pool and then back. They must high-five the spotter before turning around and also to end the race. Fastest time wins. Fire up the rapids. On your mark, get set.
All right, and so Erin creating her own wake in this one. Look at that form and the determination as she goes ripping across the water right there. And she is hanging from 30 feet in the air, turning around, hitting the high five on the spotter and the nose going down the water, but she is back with nice form. Look at the incredible balance and arm strength as she comes in with a great time. Let's go to Mo and get the official time on that one.
Erin finished in 21.8 seconds.
21.8 seconds. So that is now the pace that is set for this event. Erin went into this event with 200 points. She's in third place. She needs a strong finish in this event before we go to our next event and the Aggro Crag. But Brian right now, getting harnessed into the boogie board, has a perfect score of 600 points going into this event. So let's see if he can hold on and boogie down.
On your mark, get set.
All right. Having some trouble initially as the front end of the board dipping into the water, creating more pressure, but he's got his motion down now. And look, he's turned around, he's across in 10 seconds. If he could, he's flying, folks. Look at this. Perfect score. Oh, he's having trouble right there. Will he hold on to his perfect score? Oh, it looks like it, folks. Let's go to Mo for the official time.
Brian finished in 19.4 seconds.
All right, so 19.4 puts Brian in first place as Valerie. And Brian, you can see him as he gets out of the pool. Another first place finish for him. Actually, he's in first place now. If he can hold on to that, he will have a perfect score of 900 points after 3 events. An amazing feat. As Valerie gets situated in her harness, let's see what she can do. This event, extremely exhausting. Must combine the strength and the balance. Must be very aerobically fit to do this one, that's for sure. Let's go, Mo.
On your mark, get set.
All right, and the whistle went. They heard the whistle, so she just started flying across, and she certainly is flying across on that one. Turning around 9 seconds, she could get this. Oh, but she fell out of the board. Now she fell out of the board, so they must resituate her in the board, and she must continue to pull herself across. And she is still maintaining contact with the board. But if she slips out of the board, oh, look at her holding on right there and the balance right there. So the board slipping out, definitely hurting her on that. Let's go to Mo for the official results. Mo.
Valerie clocked in at 24.2 seconds. That puts Brian in first place, Erin in second place, Valerie in third place.
All right, and so Brian holding on to his perfect score, and Erin with a nice performance here, taking second place, grabbing hold of that rope and pulling herself with nice balance right there as she continued and flew in for second place points in that one. And what did you find was the most difficult part about that last event?
Well, the hardest part was trying to keep the nose up because it kept dragging down because the rope kept pulling you up, and you'd have to keep it up, and it was really hard to do that.
Yeah, but you got the hang of it by the end of that event. Second place points on that. Let's check out where you stand on the leaderboard. Mo.
Brian is still in the lead with 900 points. In second place, Valerie in purple with 600 points. In third place, Erin in blue with 400 points.
All right, and once again, it is time for Spill Your Guts.
Valerie Lizard Duitsman is a 13-year-old diving champ. When Lizard isn't jumping off diving boards, she's playing practical jokes on her brother. For Valerie, guts equals being what you want to be.
And our players getting ready for our next event, which takes place right here on our track. It's called Eat My Dust. And our players are going to be making their way around the track BMX style. Let's take a look at the obstacles they'll be going through. They'll go through the bump and dump, then the sand trap, then the tipping teeter-totter, the sack attack, the ramp jump, and then across the finish line. Let's go to Mo for the rules. Mo.
Mike, each of our players will race against the clock on our BMX bike course. Time penalties will be added for any violations. Best time wins. On your mark, get set.
All right, Erin, out of the gates first. She goes into this event with 400 points. And good speed around the first 2 corners. She's into the sand trap, but maneuvers through that easily. Over the tipping teeter-totter and into the sack attack. Hopefully it won't slow her down. She comes barreling through that. And here over the ramp jump, she's coming next. Oh, take a look at that one as she comes across the finish line in good time. And let's go to Mo for the official results on that one.
Erin clocked in at 20.8 seconds.
20.8 seconds, so she sets the pace for this event. Brian stepping up onto the bike next. He's got a perfect score going into this event. Let's see if he can beat 20.8.
On your mark, get set.
All right, Brian. Heading around the bump and dump, but does not fall. Oh, but loses his pedals there for a second. His feet came off the pedals. We'll see how that affects his overall time as he goes into the sack attack, barreling through that one. He's at 16 seconds. He's going to have to make it across fast. Oh, very close on that. We'll get an official time from Mo. The time to beat was 20.8 seconds. Let's go to Mo.
Brian clocked in at 19 seconds even.
19 even now, the time to beat. So he is still securing his first place lead. We'll see if Valerie can knock him off.
On your mark, get set.
Valerie with 600 points going into this event. She goes over the bump and dump with good bike action on that one. Maneuvering herself over the tipping teeter-totter and into the sack attack. She's going to have to hustle over the ramp jump. She can still beat it, though. At 19 seconds, she's going to have to hustle. Oh, all right. We will go for the official time from Mo.
Valerie clocked in at 19.9 seconds. That puts Brian in first place, Valerie in second place, Erin in third place.
All right, at the end of Eat My Dust, we've got a first place finisher. His name is Brian, and take a look as he goes across the finish line in 19 seconds, holding on to his perfect score. And we got the Aggro Crag event coming up next. Val, are you going to make sure Brian doesn't get that perfect score? Are you ready for the Aggro Crag?
Yeah, I'm going to break his score, so I got to be the guy.
You got to be the guy, all right, or be the gal, I should say. We're getting ready for the leaderboard. Let's go to Mo and check out where we stand now.
Brian is in the lead with 1,200 points. In second place, Valerie in purple with 800 points. In third place, Erin in blue with 500 points.
All right, better strap yourselves in. We're going to the mountain. I can't bike myself up. You check that thing out. A big bad mountain. Our colossal challenge, the Aggro Crag, coming up next. Welcome back to Guts. And if you have any reservations about athletic drama, you may not want to watch our next competition because it is the ultimate challenge here on Guts, a platform like no other in kids' sporting event. Before we get to the Aggro Crag, let's go to Mo and see where we stand. Mo.
After 4 events, Brian in red is in the lead with 1,200 points. In second place, Valerie in purple with 800 points. In third place, Erin in blue with 500 points.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at where we stand with Brian en route to a perfect game. This man, with the football falling out right there, he tied for first place in our Spirals event. There's a look at as Valerie went crawling through the tire crawl. Looking at the time to beat was 21.1. She continued her climb up the wall climb and down into the pool. Brian took first place in that event also. As Valerie got a little wet, there's Brian right there. As he entered this event, it was 26.4 was the time to beat, and he went smoking up that wall climb and then down into the pool, the basic training event. And then after that, we take a look at Boogie Down as Erin pulling herself in. Nice balance on the return. She came in to hit the spotter with the high five. There's a look at Brian also taking first place yet again in this event, having a little trouble there. But look at his arms as he pulled himself in with the high five to first place in that. There's a look as Valerie went through the sack attack and came barreling over the ramp jump, crossing the finish line in 19.9 seconds. And then Brian came through the sack attack after that. Needed another first place finish if he wanted to hold on to his perfect game. And he certainly did get a first place finish in this one, crossing the line in 19 seconds. So a perfect game on the line right here as we go into our final event, the Aggro Crag, that most aggressive rock behind me, the ultimate challenge here on Guts. A lot of surprises waiting for our players. They're going to have to go through a lot of obstacles. Snowstorms, slime floods, water in their eyes, falling rocks on top of them. Let's go to Mo and check out the rules. Mo.
Players will start at the sound of my whistle. Each player has an identical side of the mountain to climb and may not cross into another player's path. Now, during their climb, our players must light up each of 8 targets located on their side of the crag. The first player to activate all of the targets, including the final one at the peak of the mountain, will receive first place points. Mike.
All right, so we are waiting to see if Erin and Valerie can knock the man off of his perch, his perfect game perch. That's Brian. Let me remind you that the points have skyrocketed in this event. Third place, 375 points. Second, 550. And first place, 725 points. It looks like our players are ready to climb the Aggro Crag. Let's get the kickoff from Mo.
Players, on your mark, get set.
And they are off as a look as Brian, our leader, slipping as that may affect his time, folks, as it looks like right there, Valerie is ahead of him at this point. And there's also a shot of Erin as Brian tried to make up the time, as Valerie, our purple player, right there, hitting actuator after actuator. She's in the lead. It is between Brian and Valerie. Valerie in the lead, but Brian making up time. His strong legs are not bringing him to the top of the mountain first. An incredible show of power as Valerie locks in second and Erin coming in third. Let's get the official results from them.
In first place today on the Aggro Crag, Brian in red. In second place, Valerie in purple. In third place, Erin in blue.
Brian, the perfect game. He held on to it, ladies and gentlemen. He slipped right here, and that was trouble. But the man continued to climb and made up time right there. In this portion, Valerie was ahead, but Brian, as the rocks came tumbling down on both the purple and the red, Brian and Valerie at the same time, he made up for the speed. And look at this man, his strength, as he came climbing up and took first place in that event. First place all day long, ladies and gentlemen. A perfect game for the man. Let's go to Mo and check out our final leaderboard standings.
In third place today, Mike, Erin in blue with 875 points. In second place, Valerie in purple with 1,350 points. Our winner today, Brian in red, 1,925 points.
So the bronze medal going to Erin. The bronze, our blue player. The silver medal going to Valerie, who took second place in the Aggro Crag event. And a perfect game for Brian, the gold medal winner, putting his head down so we can put that medal around his neck and giving him a glowing piece of our awesome rock. I'm gonna go in here and ask the man a question. Hey Brian, at the top of the mountain, you just climbed up that thing almost faster than any person I've ever seen. What happened at the beginning there? A little slip?
Yeah, it was a little slippery. I had a little trouble getting my foot up on the mountain, but you know, I worked with some hard competitors and they did really good.
They all did great today, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic performance here today. I'm gonna go right over here and talk to Valerie for just a minute. Valerie, up the Aggro Crag, was it hard to see with those rocks falling down on top of you?
No, it's a fog. I couldn't see that. I couldn't see one Aggro Crag, so that was the problem. And I slipped once up there on the climbing. So.
But you got the silver medal. Ladies and gentlemen, another fantastic day right here on Guts. A great competition. No ifs, ands, or buts. These kids got guts. Do you have it?
All Guts players compete in Reebok athletic shoes. Who reminds you that on Planet Reebok there are no rules.
Recorded in front of a live audience in Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida.